Hey everyone, I'm Lauren Parajon.
And I'm Lauren Butler.
We're longtime friends, same name, different zip codes, and 1,000 miles apart.
Once upon a time, we tried new challenges every month. Now, we're just trying to make it through motherhood, midlife, and messy mornings with a little humor and a lot of heart.
So welcome to Are We Doing This? Real talk for real life at 40.
So, are we doing this?
Looks like it. Let's get into it.
All right. Hey guys, welcome back. Episode 31. We're back at you today. How's it going, Lauren?
Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Do you think everyone enjoyed our new intro? Like people who have been
I
listening
hope
for a while
so.
might have
Yeah,
noticed it's a little updated.
if anybody noticed, we updated our intro. Because we've been having some good convos about the pod. I know
We have.
last time we were on, we were kind of like, we're a mess pod wise.
Yeah, right.
But we've got it together. A
We
little
just
bit
needed
more this
some
week.
redirection.
Yeah,
But also, I noticed in our podcast, we said that we were two moms on the brink of 40 in the old intro, and we are now 40. So,
it's true.
and
We
part
have
of
arrived.
embracing this phase of life, we have to admit that we are 40.
I
And so now
know.
we said it.
Womp womp. Now it's
Yep.
recorded forever.
It's
So
out
yeah, I
there.
think we have been talking a lot about the pod and the direction to take with it. Isn't it incredible that we started this almost a year ago? It was
That's
February.
wild. That's wild.
It's wild.
Like, it is. We
And
have to
I
have a
think
1-year party.
yes, we should have an anniversary party
I'll
for
make us a
sure.
cake.
Oh, yay. I
Yeah.
won't be able to eat it,
I
but
know. I'll
I'll
just
look
eat
at
it while
it.
we're recording.
This will be great.
I'll
You
just
can just
tell you how good it is.
describe how great it tastes.
Right.
But yeah, in all seriousness, we were reflecting just on like how much has changed since then. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have a whole new
A
gig and
whole
profession.
career. Yeah.
Yeah, that you
A
didn't have
whole
when we started.
career. Right. And so like we kind of talked about like how realistic is it to try to keep going in this direction of trying to like do new challenges. But at the same time, like I still want to try new things. I just think that now it's going to be more organic and less forced because I
Yeah.
didn't ever want it to feel like a chore to do any things for the podcast. I wanted us to
Mhm.
always enjoy it. And at the beginning I thought it was going to be so fun to try all these new things. And it was, but at the same time, then launching the cake business, it just kind of became like now I'm juggling way too much. So,
Yeah.
but I
Well,
love this podcast and I always want to continue to do this podcast. So I don't want to drop this off. We just needed to kind of
yes.
redirect the goal.
Yeah. And I feel like we're in different places than we were then too.
Oh yeah,
Like
totally different.
I think the challenges have less of the same function as they did then, right? Like at that
Right.
time, I think we were both in this place of like trying to figure out what this next phase of our life looked like. And like we
Yeah.
wanted to use the challenges as a fun way to like experiment and learn really quickly and kind of like grow fast to figure out
Mm-hmm.
what it is, which direction we wanted to go next. And I feel like we've both
Yeah.
kind of landed in different areas. Maybe
Yeah.
me less so. I'm still a little ambiguous, but like
Mhm.
I feel like the pace and the urgency isn't the same.
Yeah.
Like I don't
No,
feel like
I
I
was
need to figure out
like,
something right now.
admittedly, in February when we started this, I was in the middle of like a serious crash out, like a serious
Yeah.
midlife crisis crash out. Like I didn't, it was scary. It was really like, I don't know. So I've come a long way since then. And I'm very happy about that. So it will be fun to reflect back like at a year to be like, this time last year, I was like really freaking out and now I'm
Yes.
a little more stable. So,
Yeah, that's good.
um,
I'm glad.
yeah,
Well, yeah,
yeah.
I think so much has changed. And I think we still love talking to each other and sharing
Hmm.
with you guys and hearing from you guys and also just sharing like things that are happening in our life right now and things that are changing, which is so much is
Hmm.
changing, and things that are hard and just like everything in the middle, the messy
Yeah.
middle, as we call it.
Hmm.
And I
Yeah.
still think it's really fun to talk about. And hopefully you guys still get a lot out of that. And I still
Hmm.
think that, like you said, we can still bring up things that are new that we're doing and
Hmm.
that we're discovering organically and then
Yeah.
just keep the conversation going, I think is
Yeah.
great.
Well, what I also like love and want to continue is that this is not just conversation with me and you.
Yes.
Like through this, people text that listen, like old friends or new friends or whatever will text and be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh my God, I either watched that show or I had the same struggle with this or here." It's just like so. It's not just us having a conversation that people can listen in on. It's like the feedback that we get after an episode is like continued. Just like I don't know. It's helping me like
Conversation.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
helping me like reconnect bonds from old friends too, to just like in ways that I wouldn't have. Like just the other day, I texted something to my friend Brooks, who I used to work with at Gas
Oh,
Monkey.
yeah.
Like what was that like 15 years? I don't remember how many years ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago. I used to work with him there, and I had texted him something about Demi Lovato because we used to laugh about something. Anyway, I texted him that, and then he was like, "Oh, by the way, my wife wanted me to tell you she loves the podcast." I'm like, "How
Aw,
weird is that? Like,
how weird is
I haven't
that?
even met her yet, but like, how
I
cool is that
know.
she listens?"
I know.
Um,
That's so cool.
so yeah, I think all of that is fun, and I want to continue and keep building that.
Yes.
So,
And I would love to keep bringing people on and talking to them because that's been
hmm
so much fun, like,
yeah,
learning from different people in different walks of life, and whether it's
yes,
stuff about our health or great, like, people who have gone through really cool things at this age and
yeah,
stage of life too, I think is
hmm
really awesome, so I would love to keep doing that.
definitely. We
So
should
we're
probably be a
here.
little more proactive about that, about planning out some guests in
Yeah.
hindsight. But you know what?
We'll
At least we
we'll do
now have a
that.
direction.
Yes,
It's
yeah,
fine. It's
for
fine.
sure. But we're glad
Oh,
you're here with us. We,
yes.
as always, we want to hear from you too. So if you feel like there's a direction we've gone that you really liked or really want us to
Mhm.
keep going in
Mhm.
or miss or whatever it is, tell us, let us know. Send us a
Yeah.
message, send us an email, text us, whatever method you have, because we want to hear from you guys what the most meaningful stuff we can talk about is and what you want to
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah. Sounds good. Cool. But so, even though we said this is
Yes.
not about new challenges, you did pick up a new potential hobby. You
A
want to talk
baby new
about it?
hobby. It's early, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like an early relationship, you don't wanna, like,
Yeah.
talk about it too soon.
Like
But
we
I
did not define
started
the relationship yet.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if we wanna go public yet.
Yeah.
But, I was totally just baited by, like, a social media ad, but I saw this really cute woman doing hand embroidery,
Yeah.
and so I decided to try that. I got this really cute little I'm showing it on screen, this little beginner kit where you like learn all the different little stitches for hand
Okay.
embroidery. So I'm trying that. And then I got really motivated because I was like, ooh, I could use it to make like a few Christmas gifts. If I could get good
Yeah.
enough that I could make a
Yeah.
few Christmas gifts, that would be like a big motivation for me.
Right.
So yeah, I'm trying that. I've like sewed a little bit in the past, so I'm not like
Mhm.
terrible with a needle and stuff, but it's actually pretty easy. It's not, you don't have
Is
to be
it?
like super skilled to do it. No. At least so far. So we'll see. But um
Well,
but yeah, it's fun. It's
I'm like
crafty.
so this will speak to how much of a nerd I always have been, but as a kid, I took a counted cross stitch class or like
Ooh.
it was like an after school thing, and we learned how to
Yeah,
do cross stitch.
that's
And I thought that
amazing.
was pretty I thought it was interesting,
Yeah.
but so once if you get good or comfortable at this, like this could
Yeah.
be a money-making thing, like
I know. I haven't
or you
even
try
like
not to think about
I
monetizing it.
haven't even thought about that. So I
Yeah.
haven't, yeah, I haven't even gone there yet. I don't know if it could be. Maybe it
Yes,
just depends on
embroidery
how
is
good I am at it and
definitely
if there's any money to be
get an
made.
Etsy store, you
Could
could do
go
yeah.
Etsy
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
have a dear friend in Madison
Mhm.
who has like a little side embroidery business. And I
Really?
don't know if you remember, but she made this great like ornament we have, or I'm going to use it as an ornament, but a little embroidery that is of our old house. So she does like
Oh, I kind of remember
she takes
that.
photos of houses and then she does like super detailed little mini
That's
embroideries of your
cool.
house. It's
That's
so
cool.
cool. And so she was a doll and made us one for our house that we left. Like it was our first home together and both of our kids were
Yeah.
born there. And so it's
That's
very
cute.
meaningful. So we have it.
Yeah.
So maybe I should hit her up and ask her like if I
Yeah.
get interested enough and like
Right.
because I wonder if she's really considered that going that route.
Yeah.
So anyway,
That could be
but I
cool.
love it. And it also segues into like, I have been thinking a lot about Christmas this year and kind of wanting to do like, I saw something on social, of course, that was like,
Mhm.
let's be anti big Christmas this year. Like, let's like not go for all the consumerism. And I'm
Yeah.
kind of into that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I say that. This is another thing. I'm not sure if I want to go public with it yet
Right.
because it's like, it's a nice idea. But then I go to
Yeah.
Target and
Right.
it's just, there's so many
I
cute
know. Well,
shit to
and
buy
like
for Christmas.
Amazon sends those catalogs, and like kids
Catalogs.
freaking love to go through it and
Yes.
circle everything they want that they
Yes.
think Santa's currently making for them.
And
And I was like,
listen,
this is not how that works.
I'm still gonna buy
Yeah.
like toy gifts for my kids,
Right.
but maybe for like decor and like gifts for other people and like, I don't
Yeah.
know, just like finding ways to make it a little more low budget
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
handmade and a little less,
I like the idea of that.
I don't
That could be
know, a
cool.
little more of like I saw
Think of
somebody on
more
social call it a Little Women Christmas, which I'm kind of
yeah.
into.
That's cool.
Dry some
I dig
oranges,
it.
string them up,
Yeah.
that kind of
We
thing.
should we should have an episode about little, like I don't know, we should do an episode about that, like, specifically
Yeah.
about, how to make Christmas a little more meaningful and a little less spendy.
Yeah,
I
a
think
little
that'd be
less
cool.
spendy, a little
Yeah.
smaller, you
Well,
know?
because like, you make cinnamon rolls and give them out to
Yes.
people, and
I gotta
that's,
do
like,
that
kind of a
again.
Christmas tradition for you, and I love that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's
I'm
fun.
yeah, it's really fun, and that is a good way to, like, make gifts for neighbors and stuff that are
Yeah.
handmade and homemade.
But making ornaments is
Um,
cool too. Like, ornaments is a
yeah,
cool, because you never, I don't know, you like, depends on what kind of, like, vibe you have on your tree, but I think it's fun to have
yeah.
handmade ornaments on there.
I do feel like the
But
handmade thing is a critical part of it is getting an earlier start, though, so that's
yeah,
also
for
why I
sure.
wanted to get I was like, "Okay, November 1, if I'm gonna do
Yeah.
handmade Christmas, I gotta get started."
Mhm. Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see. That's
That's
a small goal
exciting.
for this
Yeah,
year,
that's
but yeah,
fun.
we'll see.
Well, I think that's cool,
How
and I
about
think it's
you?
exciting, and it's a fun way to use
Thanks.
your creativity, and yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's personable, and it'll be beneficial for your kids,
I
like, you
have,
can make
like
them
yeah,
cute
I
little
know.
kid things.
Yeah, we're going to, visit some old friends in Madison, actually, and we're going to Chicago area to see family for Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and, like, 3 of our good dear friends in Madison are all either just had a baby or about to have a baby.
Oh, you could give me some little
So,
hats,
I
little embroidered
know!
caps.
That's
That'd be
exactly
so
what I'm gonna
cute.
do. I was like, "Oh
That's
my god, I'm gonna make
adorable.
some baby shit." So, I wanna do embroidered hats, yeah.
Yeah.
Only one of them has had their baby, though, so I don't have
Okay.
names. I only have
Oh,
one yeah.
wonder if
So I
you
can
could
do
put
that.
something else on it, like just
Baby.
baby. But I saw weirdly, I think I am getting also, I think it's since we turned 40, I've been seeing some
Yeah,
social
yeah.
media sewing posts now, which I've never seen before, but it
That's
was
so
like they
funny.
used, puffy paint first. So
Oh,
they
and then
puffy
stitched
painted and
over
then
it.
stitched around
I've
it, so it
seen
was
that.
very 3D, like very, I don't know, and I was
Yeah,
like, "That looks cool."
that
So,
is cool. I have it's
um,
so funny, I've set up a little, like, task light on the
yeah,
side table on, like, one corner of the couch,
yeah,
and I have all my, like, my embroidery stuff. I feel like such a
yeah.
grandma. I'm,
You're like,
like,
"I'm
sitting
a grandma."
there stitching while my kids are playing,
Oh,
and
I love it.
I'm kind of into it,
I
though.
love it. Yeah,
Anyway,
that's cool. I like it. That's
yeah.
fun. You
Okay,
can
so
make me
tell
something.
us
I'll let you.
okay. Oh, yeah, I'll make you and your
I
kids
want an
something.
embroidered "Are We Doing This" sweatshirt.
That's a good goal.
Right? That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd
Or
be
like a
fun.
are we doing this, like, on the you know how those,
Yeah,
like,
just on
they
those
wrap them
fun
on the
color ones,
collar?
yeah, and those are so cute.
Yeah. Okay,
And we can
goals.
wear them on the pod. Okay.
Add it to the list.
Love that for you. I'm excited to see your work.
Thanks.
So in following that, we are still doing random challenges. So my
Yes.
last challenge was to write, and I know I keep saying it's not done yet. Well, it's still not done yet, but I am at 32,000 words, and it is so fun. I looked up, it said like the minimum for a novel is like 40,000, but that would be like a
Okay.
pretty small novel. Like, I wonder how many pages that would be considered, because I don't
Yeah.
think I'm getting into real novel territory, but I am getting into like, well, now I want to write more about these
Yeah.
characters and where and what's happening. And so now
Have
but
you
what
written the
I've
ending
written
yet?
more, no, and I think that's my problem, is that I just keep writing because I don't know how I want it to
You're, like,
end.
avoiding the end?
Yeah, I'm avoiding the end, so I'm just writing more and more, which is fun, and I'm loving it. I think it would be really fun to, once I can get an end on it, to then get eyes on it, like maybe
Yeah.
I'd really like to send it to Kimberly Page, who we had on the pod, just to like get some feedback on if it has any potential. I don't, because
Yeah.
like me and my friends are all gonna be like, oh, this is, I love this, but like real life feedback of
Yeah.
like, is there potential to ever really do something
I
with
think
it? But
that would be awesome to
wouldn't
see
it?
what she says and see what she
Yeah.
thinks. Yeah.
But I'm definitely having like imposter syndrome. Like when I
Really.
read, yeah, like I'll write and then I'm like, is this even? I don't know. I'll just be
I think
like,
it's great.
I think it's because I'm 40 and I'm like, I'm not a writer. Like, I don't know. I
But
don't
you
know.
are. You
I guess you
are.
can do it whenever. It's fine. Like, well, even
Yeah.
Kimberly, like she started late in life at writing, and now she has like what, three,
Yeah.
4 books out. So,
And, like, you have a
um,
writing background, Lauren. It's not like
I
you just,
know.
like,
Yeah.
picked this up out of thin air. Like, you know
Yeah.
how to write. And
True.
I
True.
think who is it that Glennon Doyle used to always say, like, people who aren't writers don't, like, wonder if they're really writers. Like, if you're,
Yeah.
you know, if
Okay.
you're, like, wondering if you're a writer, then you
Yeah.
probably are, you know, like,
Yeah.
or if you're, like, really debate anyway, it's just kind of a
That's
funny
interesting.
half
Yeah.
joke. I think
So
I don't know. I
that's,
think there's some truth to it. Well,
yeah.
I can't wait to read it. Are you gonna share it with us before you finish it? Or are you
Yeah.
gonna
Why
wait till
not?
you finish it?
I'll share it. I'll share
Okay.
it
Then I'll
before I
tell
finish
you
it.
how I
Well,
think
you
you should
guys
end it.
all still have the link to it, or
Oh,
our
yeah.
has the link,
Okay.
which you guys have read the majority of it, but I've written a few days after
Some
that,
more.
so
Okay.
there's some more on there. But yeah, I think I just need to just, maybe I
Make
should
a
skip to
decision
the end, just write the end, and then
and
go
then
fill
fill
back
in
in.
what you
Yeah,
need to fill in.
that's
Yeah.
probably what I need to do.
Oh my
So
god.
yeah,
Well, if you
so
need
it's fun.
opinions about how it should end, I'm sure I can
Yeah.
offer them. Oh
Okay,
man,
cool.
it's
I know.
exciting.
I
I
know,
can't
it
wait
is.
for you
It's
to
so
finish
fun.
it. I can't wait for the Pod Squad to get to read it.
Yeah,
Um, it'll be awesome. I think it's
it'll be
great.
good. If you
Yay!
know me, it might feel weird to read. Like, I don't know, writing, like, spicy
Intimate.
scenes is God, it's strange. It's,
Yeah.
well, it's even strange and, like, I don't know how to explain it. But I'm like, "How did I just turn myself on doing this?" You know what I mean?
But
Like, I'm like,
right.
"This feels weird." So I'm like,
That
"I
it's
need
all
to take a break."
yeah, it feels like you almost have to be, like,
Yeah, you have to get in
in the
the
vibe to be
yeah,
able to write
exactly.
it. You should
Yeah.
ask Kimberly
Which
about
has
that
been
too.
harder because, with my lack of sleep with my sleep issues
Yeah.
I've been having, I'd so, like, you're more in that headspace at night, right? But
Mhm.
if I write at night, I'll never go to sleep because then I'll be thinking of what's happening next. What do I need to write next?
Oh,
Where is
yeah.
this going? So I've been trying not to write at night. So then it's
Mhm.
like, well, now it's harder to write those kinds of scenes in the
'Cause you're,
bright
like,
daylight.
in
I'm
the
just
yeah,
like, yeah.
in
But
your
anyway,
kitchen or
it's
whatever,
yeah, in
hanging
the
out.
kitchen, yeah, just hanging out. So, but we're getting there. So
We're getting there.
that's my
Oh,
writing
man.
update. I'm
That's
excited,
so
and I'm also like, ooh,
funny.
what should call it? It has no name.
Oh, that's right. You gotta start thinking of a
Yeah,
name.
I need a name for it. I
Are you
keep
gonna
going
be,
back and
like,
forth.
somewhat
I don't wanna be
punny?
cheesy. I don't know,
Yeah,
I don't
cheesy
wanna
with,
be
like, a
cheesy.
cooking
That's what I keep
pun?
thinking
Chef,
because it's
like
like
a
baking
or
and
something.
yeah. So something about I was
Oh.
thinking maybe something with the word taste in it
Ooh, I like
or,
that.
I don't know. We'll get to
Heat?
it, but
I like taste
yeah,
better.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know
Oh,
because taste doesn't have to mean it's, I don't
yeah.
want it to be, like, too stuck in the baking,
Yeah.
cooking world, but
Like, 2 on the nose.
right, right. So,
Yeah. Ooh. Okay,
yeah.
fun. We can
So,
brainstorm that.
yeah, we're gonna brainstorm some
I'm just
names.
volunteering myself into your
No, yeah,
process.
I need help. I need help. Help
Help.
me. Um,
I wanna hear about your sleep, but should we save that, or do you wanna talk about how it's going?
I I can talk about it. Okay.
Okay.
So last time we talked, I was in the thick of, like,
You had not
a
slept.
full 2 weeks of, like, 3 hours
Yeah.
a night. Like, it was bad, and I had that sinus infection right after we
Yeah.
recorded. I did go to my favorite place, urgent care, and I did get an antibiotic.
Okay.
And she even wrote me, like, a 21-day antibiotic because she was like,
Nice.
"You have chronic problems." I was like, "Yes, I do."
Knock this
Um,
out.
so I think most of that is resolved.
Okay.
Anyway, so probably still for I don't know. So my friend Stephanie her brother was in town, and he, like, has a weed gummy business. I don't know what you call
Okay.
it. Like, he legit sells
Yeah.
he legit makes weed products and sells them legally.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was in town. I was like, "Do you happen to bring anything that might help me sleep?" And
Yeah.
he gave me, like, 2 full Ziploc bags. I'm
Oh
like,
my
"You just
gosh.
travel with this?" Like,
Yeah,
I don't
like
this is I mean, he drove here, but still, I was like, "Oh, I wasn't sure." I was like, "Gonna have to
okay.
try one of something." And he just
Yeah.
gave me these bags. And
Wow.
so I took one the first night, and I slept for, like, 6.5 hours, not waking up in the middle of the night. And it
Oh
was,
my god.
like, life-changing. And I was like,
Oh my
"Oh
gosh.
my god."
Were
So
these
the
like
next
but
night
you've tried this before,
I've
wheat
tried weed gummies
gummies.
before,
But
yeah.
what are these, like, special? Did he tell you about
No,
them? Or are they
no,
like
what I honestly think is happening is that my body was finally just so tired from not
it just
sleeping,
needed, like,
and I think I was
um
finally weaned off the Unisom, I think, enough to,
mm,
like, finally something will work,
work? Yeah.
but my problem before that was I just was waking up between like, I was awake at
Yeah.
11:30, and I'd stay up till 4 in the middle of the night, like, I couldn't go back to sleep. So, preventing that middle of the night wake up. So I also someone messaged me, and now I can't remember who it was. Someone who was listening to the podcast said, "Have you tried going to bed later?" And I
Mm.
was like, "Maybe that would fix it," because the
Help.
problem is I'm so tired that I have to, like as soon as my kids are down, I had to try to go to bed because I was so tired from
Yeah.
not sleeping.
Yeah.
So then I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna read until 10 PM and then go to bed." So
Okay.
that's what I started doing, but with the gummy, and I'm
Uh-huh.
sleeping 7.5, 8 hours a night, and it's like a miracle.
Oh my
And so now I'm
gosh.
like, "Okay, is it the staying up an hour later, or is it the gummy, or
Who
is it
cares,
both of
man?
those, or do I know how to sleep now?" Right? So
Yeah.
so I just tried, so now I'm like, "Okay, but I don't wanna have to get high every single night, right? Like, to sleep, even though I
I
don't feel the
mean,
high because I'm asleep, but
yeah.
that's healthier than,
Yeah.
but, like, what if I need to travel and can't bring or
Bring it.
buy that? You know what I mean? So,
So is it
like
like a specific kind that you can keep getting?
well, that's what I'm trying to figure out now is it that specific gummy,
Right, or
or
could it
is
be a
it the
different
10
kind?
PM? But I'm just afraid to
But you're
mess
anxious
with it
to,
and
like,
not sleep
change it up.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now I'm
Don't.
tempted, like, okay, maybe I'll do a half a gummy and go to bed at 10 and see if I have the
Yeah.
same reaction or if I'm able to sleep. Or maybe my body figured it out and I can sleep. Maybe. I don't know. So last night,
Maybe.
because Kelsey, our friend Kelsey, she sent me a message and she was like, "Hey, I know my sleep problems aren't the same as yours, but my doctor recommended this supplement and I don't remember the name of it right now. And so I bought that. I just keep buying whatever someone tells me. I'm just
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll buy that, I'll buy that.
Try it.
So I bought it. So I tried that last night. I took two. I didn't take any weed gummy. I only took these two supplements, or two pills of this one supplement, and I
Mhm.
went to bed at 10. It was even a little after 10. And it took me a little longer to fall asleep, and I was awake at like
Okay.
4 something. So
Oh,
I probably got 5 hours last night. But
yeah.
so I don't know. I don't know what to do next.
Just keep
But
doing what works,
the good
dude.
update is
Yeah.
I'm getting 8 hours of sleep, like,
Yeah.
most nights now. Huge
Right.
difference. I feel like a different person. I
I
was, like,
bet.
really struggling for a couple weeks there.
Yeah.
I'm just, like, feeling like
Zombie
an
mode.
actual zombie. Yeah, and so,
Yeah.
feel better. I'm more alive. I'm sleeping.
I'm so glad.
I might have to be high every night, but at least I'm sleeping.
But at least it's better than Unisom, right?
Right. Right.
And it's working. And at least let
Mhm.
yourself like get some rest for a while
Right.
before maybe you try anything else. Because I know it feels
Yeah.
like I know you really just want to get to a place where you're not dependent on anything
Right.
and
Yeah.
you can sleep. But,
I
you
really
know,
want to be there.
maybe focus on progress. Like
Yeah. Baby
this is
steps.
working, especially if you're sleeping for that long. 7 or 8 is
Yeah.
like amazing.
I know. I'm, like, really excited about
Do you
it,
just feel do
so
you wake like what's that?
it's like
Is it like Snow White
it's
or
like
Cinderella where she like
Cinderella,
wakes up
just like yeah, I think it's Snow White and the
birds?
birds are talking to her and stuff.
Yeah.
No, I still kind of feel, like, a little miserable waking up, and
Oh,
I'm still hitting that, like, 3, 4 p.m. slump of just like, "Oh my god, I'm
really?
tired." Yeah.
Oh,
I
I do.
thought
I
that would
have
go
that bad
away, but
too.
I think that's just life, so
Yeah, that might be just be life at our age.
yeah.
I between the hours of like 4 and 6, maybe 3 and 5 ish. I if
Mhm.
I sit still too long, I will be asleep. Like I
Yeah.
could just pass out at
You
any
could lean.
point during those hours.
Just lean.
Yes, hard lean.
Hard
And I'm
lean.
like, is that normal? Like I'm
I
also I
think it
get like seven
is.
and a half ish, seven
Yeah.
hours of sleep a night, and
Mhm.
I'm like, why am I so tired?
It's wild.
And drowsy, like not
Yeah.
just tired, but like I could pass out. So
Yeah.
that's fun.
That's a
That's fun.
blast.
Anyway,
But
I'm
I
so
even,
glad you're
like, made it to the
sleeping.
gym yesterday, and this is the first I haven't worked out in an embarrassing amount of time, but I even made it to the gym,
That's
because I have
awesome.
a slower cake week this week. I only have 4 orders, which is, a lot less than before. But,
Yeah.
so because of that, so I was like, "Oh, I should reach out. I should do a push to get more business." Then I was like, "Or maybe I should catch up
Yeah.
on a couple things." Or, like, try to, like, actually, get my house in some state of
Yes.
cleanliness possibly, and
Meh.
also hit the gym. So I'm gonna try,
Yeah.
and I wanna write because I haven't had any time to write.
Yeah.
So, this week I'm trying to work out at least 3 times into the gym and then just,
Ooh.
write. And then so, like, okay, so in 2 weeks, my whole family will be in town. So my older sister and my
Ooh.
sister-in-law, and then my brother and my sister-in-law will all come in town, and we rented this ridiculous house in Colorado Springs.
Oh,
Like,
that's right.
I don't know how this house is as cheap as it was to rent. Like,
That's
for 3
awesome.
nights, it's like 2,500, but divided by all the families, like,
Uh-huh.
so affordable. And it's like this it sleeps like 20. It's like a mansion in the woods in the mountains, like, overlooking Pikes
Ooh.
Peak, and just has, like, a sauna, a gym, a movie theater, an
Oh my
arcade room,
gosh.
like, multiple patios, like a roof deck, fire pit, hot tub, like, I'm like, "I just wanna live in this house, I'm not gonna wanna
Yeah.
leave." But so it's in Colorado Springs, and so Colorado Springs is right by Manitou Springs, and Manitou Springs has this it's called the Manitou Incline, and I think I've talked about it on here,
Mm.
but it's
Oh
like
yeah.
it's I think it's 2,700 steps straight up a mountain, so it's built
Oh my
there
gosh.
are wooden steps built into a mountain,
Oh.
um, and every time I see pictures, I'm like, "I want to do it because when you get to
Yeah.
the top, like, in depending on the weather, you're, like, above the clouds, and, like,
Oh my
you
god.
see the clouds below you, and, like, I've even read, like, don't wear a backpack because, like, if you like, go like, you can fall backwards and,
Oh
like,
my god.
probably die,
That
and,
freaks me
so
out.
I'm just like but I keep seeing, like, people, like some people who've never trained just, like, do it, and yeah, it takes hours, but, like, they just
Oh my
it's that
gosh.
feeling of accomplishment. I don't know,
Yeah.
so I'm like my husband and I have been wanting to do it, and we were going to do it a year or 2 ago, and then he sprained his ankle, so we couldn't.
Oh, that's
So,
right.
since we're gonna be there, I'm like, "Should we just do this?" And
Oh.
he's like, "I'm down, I wanna do it," but he's a lot more in shape than I am. So I'm like, "Alright, maybe it'll take you 1 hour, it will take me 3 to 4, I'm sure."
Yeah.
Because then after you get to the top, then it's
You
still
gotta
like
get
a
back down.
4-mile hike down, like, that's,
Yeah.
winding hike, not on the steps,
Oh,
but
you hike, not down the steps.
yeah,
That's
you
good.
don't go
Because
down
going down
steps.
them actually sounds really
Yeah, but then
stressful.
I was also like, well, if I'm just dying halfway up, I can just turn around and go down, right? Like if I can't do it.
Oh,
But
can
that
you?
also does sound bad. I don't know. So
Yeah.
anyway, like I said, organic challenges. I might do that challenge because I've been wanting
Yeah.
to, and it's like
Maybe you said it's in 3 weeks?
2 weeks. It's
Oh.
yeah, in 2 weeks. Actually, it's in like 10 days.
Oh. Meh.
Well,
You could do
so
a little
yesterday at
bit
the
of
gym. So since I made it to the gym
training.
yesterday, I was like, Drea, my sister, I was like, let's go on the stair stepper. And she's like, have you ever done one of those? It's like awful.
It's
I was like,
awful.
I could do it. And I made it like 220 steps and wanted to die. I was like, I just need to make it to 2,700. And so I was like, you know what? If I just bring like a fanny pack full of snacks and water, I can take
You think?
as
And
much
just take
time as I
breaks
need.
and then
Yeah.
just keep going?
Yeah. So I
That
might do that.
sounds daunting.
But enough about me and my weird challenges.
I just love you because that's exactly how you would do it. You'd be like,
just do
oh,
it.
I haven't been working out, and oh, it's in
Yeah.
10 days, but let's
Yeah.
do it.
Let's just do it. Worst case, I fall down the mountain, you know?
Maybe worst case, you can scoot back down the steps on your
Yeah.
butt.
Exactly. Just make a slide. We'll get down eventually.
Well, that's awesome. I can't wait to hear more
Yeah.
about that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
So you guys you're not gonna be there for Thanksgiving. You're going before.
We're going before, so that's why it's cheaper for everyone to fly in. So we just
Oh,
do we're
nice.
doing like the 13th or the 16th of November.
Perfect.
So it'll be super fun. My brother's coming a day early, but
Oh, awesome.
because he wants to see the house he bought for my parents. He hasn't even seen it yet.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah. So they're gonna fly in and stay at the new house, and then then we'll all go
fun.
down the next day to the Springs.
Nice. That could
And I get
also
to
be
eat
why the
Whataburger. I'm so excited.
Oh, because it's in
'Cause
Colorado
this-
Springs?
Yeah, yeah.
That is exciting. Are you
I
gonna
know,
get
isn't
tacos?
it? Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get
Duh.
honey butter chicken biscuit.
Honey butter chicken biscuit.
Oh, I can't wait.
I love honey butter chicken
They're
biscuits.
so good.
So good.
So good. So, anywho,
Okay.
enough about
good to
me.
know. That might also be why the house is cheaper.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I mean, it's possible.
You should scout it out for our next year trip. Maybe we
I
can
know,
do a family
'cause,
trip there.
That would be so like it even
That'd be
has like an
sick.
apartment within it. Like it has an apartment in it that has its own like attached
Oh,
bathroom
entry.
and kitchenette and all that. So
Oh, cool.
so we could separate our families if we needed to.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I love it.
Right. Love it.
Okay, quick update from my side. I have kind of put the mental health challenge, if you will, research project on the back burner, just because I know that's going to be something that I don't tackle for a while, and so I don't know. I just know, yeah, it's not something I'm going to be able to take on for a little while. I think
Right.
for at the very minimum, I'm going to need to do some degree of education for it,
Yeah.
and that's going to cost money, and that's just not where we're at right now. So
Yeah.
maybe. I think next year my littlest starts school, so that begins a whole new era of
Yes, it
less
does.
expenses, and so we might be in a
Mhm.
different situation where I could start
Less expenses
thinking
and
about
more
that.
time.
And more time.
Yeah.
Win-win, man.
I know.
So yeah, I'm kind of putting that on the back burner until then to even think about it. But
But from the little research you have done, have you felt like this might be my calling, or have you
I
felt a
think
little more
so.
like maybe not? Okay.
No, I
That's cool.
felt like compelled, and I also
Okay.
did do a little our school hosted a thing for parents and anybody to come to for Suicide Prevention Month, which was I think last month or
Yes, last
the
month.
month before. Was it last month? And
Yep.
basically the school counselors get together from the district from a few neighboring schools, and they do
Yeah.
like a mini
It was
basically
September, I think.
educational September, yeah.
I think.
Many educational like kind of training with parents or guardians or anyone in the area who wants to come, and just talks about suicide prevention and how to start those conversations and how to ask the question to kids,
Okay.
and then like also some education about how many kids have those types of thoughts and ideations, like even in elementary school, which is a shock to me because I kind of thought
Wow.
that wouldn't be a problem until later, but
Right.
it actually is more prevalent at younger ages than you
Oh.
might anticipate. I know. So anyway, it was really good. It was really educational. And it kind of gives you some tools and some resources. And so also I got to meet some of the school counselors because they were there doing it. And that avenue is so interesting to me, like school
Yeah.
counselors. So I kind of chatted them up a little bit, and maybe we'll reach out to them again in the future because I kind of want to learn
Yeah.
more about that path.
Yeah.
Could be interesting. So
One of my very good friends here is a high school counselor. If you ever want to talk to him.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good to know.
He's super nice. He would love
Yeah.
to chat.
I should ask him. I
Um,
keep shifting on my feet. Okay.
Okay, but so
segue.
you
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, like, so you said you put the
Segue
mental
to
health
ADHD.
career idea on the back burner, but now we're focused on your real mental health.
Yes. My
And-
personal mental health.
Yes.
my actual mental health is also a reason I've kind of put it on the back burner, because I'm also
Yeah.
trying to take some time to just kind of like figure out what's going on with me from both a mental
Right.
health perspective and just a health perspective, like
Right.
perimenopause related. I've just
Yeah.
got things going on in all different directions that are new. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the heck is this? And what is this symptom?
Yeah.
And my skin is being weird. I know we talked about that. My hair's being weird, which is not those are the least of my
Yeah.
concerns, frankly.
Right.
All kinds of other stuff happening. And then also, okay, so I do this thing all the time. Now my life is like, is that an ADHD symptom? Or
Yeah.
is that just me? Now I'm questioning everything. So I've
Right.
been on this journey where I've been wondering if I have ADHD. And I've done a lot of research about it and I've been learning more about it. So I always do this thing where I shift on my feet. Do you notice this when we record? I'm always like doing this because I
Yeah.
sit on my feet and then I
Okay.
always like change my foot that I'm
Yeah.
sitting on.
Yeah.
That sounds dumb, but I think it maybe might be an ADHD thing, like a weird like tick body
Yeah.
thing. No, have you ever heard of that? Okay, cool.
Well, because I also sit weird, so I don't
Do
know if
you?
that's, but I also feel like that's a little bit of my hypermobility situation.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel more comfortable with my legs like curled up under me and like
Yes.
I can't just sit in a chair with my feet on the ground.
No.
That's not comfortable at all.
Same. I always have one
Um,
foot that I'm sitting on, and then I have
but
to
you did
switch
always
it.
have that tick, remember your nose thing? But you haven't done that recently. But I feel like that might have
That's
been.
so funny that you said
You
that
used to
because
do
I
it all the
forgot about it. I
time.
used to
I know
do
because
this like
you used to like this weird thing
I'm so
all the
weird.
time.
You're right. I did do that.
It was a very Hopkins thing that you
Yeah.
did, but I've noticed you don't do it anymore.
You're right. I don't
Yeah.
really. That's so
Yeah.
funny.
I think you grew out of it.
It was just like I had extra energy and I would
Yeah.
like do a
You're just like,
weird thing. It was so weird.
it was so
So
funny.
anyway, I have been learning a lot about ADHD. I think I'm also I also think I'm having perimenopause symptoms. I know I'm
Right.
only 40, but I have had some people in my family, women in my family, go into menopause on the early side,
Yeah.
and the symptoms kind of align with that. And so a lot of the perimenopause symptoms can also be some like have overlap with
Right.
ADHD
Right.
symptoms, like
Right.
inattentiveness and being like quick to
Brain fog and
temper
stuff.
and
Yeah.
brain fog and memory loss
Fatigue.
and
Yeah.
fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So I'm having a lot of that, but some of the ADHD stuff seems unique enough. And then as I'm reading more, really for it to be ADHD, you have to look at the past and yourself as a child, like way back to like before you were 12 is the
Yeah.
diagnostic rule. You have to have had some ADHD symptoms consistently before that age to meet the
Okay.
criteria to be diagnosed. And so that sent me back on a big reflection of like, well, what was my childhood like? And what
Yeah.
was my younger years like? And were some of these things happening then or consistent then? And it's so interesting because I decided to go down this path of maybe getting diagnosed. And
Mm-hmm.
I talked to my primary care provider about it. And
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, she was like a little dismissive. There's a survey that you take, a screener,
Mm-hmm.
and if you get a certain score on it, you test like, okay, you should probably get some further evaluation. And so I did the
Yeah.
screener and I tested high enough to get further evaluation, but like just barely. And she was
Yeah.
like, yeah, she's like, I mean, I'll send this to them, the like psychologist in the
Yeah.
same system, but I don't even know if they'll decide that this is worth like seeing you. Like they'll have to decide because this isn't
Yeah.
very high. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, what is the score? And she like wouldn't tell me. She was like being
Yeah.
weird about it. She was like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, we'll see. I was like, well, what is the score and what's
Yeah.
the score you need? Like, not that I'm trying to like game the
Right.
system, but like, what
Right.
is it? And she wouldn't tell me. So she was being weird. And I was like, okay, cool.
Cool.
I don't know. I just felt like it was very minimizing. And she was like,
Mm-hmm.
well, did you ever have trouble in school? And that's a big question for
Yeah.
ADHDers, right? Because especially if you have a lot of hyperactivity, you can't sit still, you can't like focus. And I definitely have problems focusing. But for a lot of women, because of the way we're socialized also, and if you tend to have more inattentive style ADHD, a lot of that hyperactivity and symptoms are more internal. And so they don't show up the same way. It's not like you're bouncing off the walls or
Yeah.
like not able to wait, because you're able to internalize some of that stuff and behave the way you're kind of supposed to externally. But
Right.
internally, you're really struggling. And so that I could really relate to. And a lot of the other symptoms I had, like I did well in school, but that was because I would often just like not turn in stuff. Like I
Yeah.
would go, even as young as elementary school, I would have like years of or whole grades where like I never did homework, but then I would like do well enough on the test that I would like
Yeah.
just get by and pass,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
know? And I don't know, I was a people pleaser like to the core also. So teachers always liked me. And
Yeah.
like I like to think I was actually a pretty smart person, but like I was not very applied. Like I never
Okay.
any like I would often not finish assignments, or I would not like anything that required discipline or like executive function to like
Yeah.
complete. I
Yeah.
was terrible at, but I would always manage to skate by because I would do well enough when like the pressure came. I would like
Right.
cram and then I would do okay on a test or whatever.
Well, it sounds like it's like left to your own devices. You're just not gonna,
Yes.
you just wouldn't do it. But if it was in school, like you were able to.
But I always waited till like the last minute, and it was always
Hmm.
like I was cramming the night before and
Hmm.
then I would do well and well enough to like get by, you know?
Yeah.
And it was always kind of a pain point because it was like, well, how, and I barely like, I mean, I did well in high school. College was hard because so
Hmm.
much more self-discipline required. I barely graduated. I don't know if you remember. I
Yeah.
remember I failed Jack's class 3
Yeah.
times.
Jack's house was very hard.
It was very hard. And other people
Yeah.
failed that class. It
Yeah.
wasn't like
Yeah.
an anomaly, but I
Right.
did do it 3 times, which is insane. So anyway, all that to say, like, yes, I did okay, but like I could have done so much better if
Yeah.
I sometimes I think about what school would have been like for me if I could have just been disciplined and
Medicated.
maybe medicated.
Yeah.
So anyway, all these symptoms. So I decided, long story short, to go down the path of getting diagnosed. I asked my PCP. She was very minimizing, but she did push for a referral or like make a referral for me. So I was happy about that. And I went to see the psychologist that she referred me to, and she seemed great. And she had like a more formal way to do an ADHD assessment for adults, which was also
Hmm.
really exciting because it's a little bit different. So I went, and it's a series of 3 different appointments. So you go 3 times. The
Yeah.
first time you do this interview, kind of high level, like she goes over a lot of stuff really quickly. So it's kind of like, I don't really feel like we got into anything very deep,
Hmm.
but she covered a lot. And then she sends me home with this packet. It's like a packet of paperwork that's just all different kinds of screenings.
Yeah.
So there's also screenings in there for depression and anxiety and bipolar disorder.
Yeah.
Basically, like I think anything that looks a lot like ADHD, they
Yeah.
also want to screen you for to like figure
Okay.
out if you also have some of these other things or whatever. They also have screeners for my husband to fill out and for my mom to do
That's
about like
wild.
when I was a kid. So I
Yeah.
have to get feedback and input from them. So it's good. I feel like I'm like, okay, this is thorough. Like I feel
Hmm.
now
Yeah.
like I'm in the hands of somebody who like takes this
Seriously.
seriously and
Yeah.
is giving me like a more thorough assessment. And when she was asking me questions, she didn't feel minimizing. It felt like she was really giving it like a fair
Yeah.
shake. So yeah, and then I do all my paperwork, I come back and I do a second interview that's like a little bit more in depth, and then a third one is like the findings or the result or
Okay.
whatever. And
So have all the
so
screeners been done? Like, did your mom and Zach do all of them,
I
or?
haven't finished them, Lauren. Of course I haven't.
You're
Are
like,
you
this is
kidding
the
me?
problem.
I have
You're like,
started
this is the
them.
proof.
I have not finished them. I go in like a week or 2. I think 2
Okay. You'll
weeks
just
I go
cram the night
back. So she
before.
gave me like a full month to do it.
Yeah.
Um,
You're
so
like,
yeah,
ma'am,
I
I
still
need you
need
to
to
give me
finish it.
one day to do it so that
Ma'am,
I do it.
when I got there and she brought me in from the lobby, she was like, "Thanks
Mhm.
for being on time." And I was like,
Like,
"That actually
why?
means a lot to me because
Yeah.
I'm never on time." She's like, "I know. You're
Yeah.
probably never on time. You're here for an
That's
ADHD
funny.
assessment."
Exactly.
So, and then now I'm having this weird sorry if am I talking about this too long?
No, I know. This is all very relevant to
I'm
many
having
people.
yeah, I'm having this weird like fear. Joy sent me this thing last night from TikTok of somebody else
Yeah.
going through the same process for a diagnosis and having these
Hmm.
feelings of like fear and anxiety about not having it. Like
Yeah.
now that I'm going through the process,
Oh,
I have
yeah.
this weird fear of like, what if at the end they're like, no, you don't have
Nope.
it. Then I'm like, cool,
You're
I'm
just have
just
poor time
weird. I'm
management.
just
Yeah.
like, I'm just lazy or I'm just a
Yeah.
failure or I just struggle. Like, then
Yeah.
what? Like, I
Uh,
feel like that could leave me in a weirder place to be like,
yeah.
well, then what's, quote
I didn't
unquote
think about
wrong with
that.
me?
Yeah.
I know. And then it's like, it kind of makes you want to avoid getting diagnosed at all for the risk
Yeah.
that you don't have it. And then you're like, well, God, do I feel like a fraud or I feel like then,
Oh,
whatever
that's
else. I know.
hard.
So now I have that a little bit of fear going
Yeah.
into it. But I think either way, I think it's going to be educational for what kind
Yeah.
of tools I could have and use and need to help me
Yeah.
just support me better in life.
Right.
And Um, and honestly, so much of what I want it for is just the validation because I
Yeah.
do feel like so much of living with symptoms like this is like gaslighting yourself into being like, what is wrong with me? Like, why can I
Yeah.
not just
Yeah.
do the things I know
Right.
I need to do, you know?
Yeah.
Granted, if I get diagnosed that I don't have it, that might just make it worse,
Yeah. I
maybe.
don't know, because it's like, well,
But we'll
either way you
see.
get clarity. You get clarity either way.
Yeah.
Like, you do or you don't, you have an answer that you then no
Yeah.
longer will blame that if that's
Yeah.
and maybe focus on maybe it's something else, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but that would be really hard because it was
I
like
know.
when I went to the doctor to be like, "Why am I overweight always no matter what I do?" Like, no why? So I was like, "Do all my hormones, do all my blood work. Why am I
Do
overweight and
all.
tired always? Test everything." And then it all came back normal, and I'm like, "But then why?" Like, it's so frustrating 'cause I'm like, "Then what?"
Yeah.
I just need it. I like you. I want to blame it on something. I want it to not
Right.
be my fault or like
Right.
something about
Right.
me. I want it to be like something
There's a
that can
reason.
be resolved.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I felt similarly, and that
Okay.
just
I am not doing it yet. But I really think you should consider hormone therapy. I know that you've had them checked and they're normal, but mine are
yeah
supposedly normal too. And I've heard
yeah
that sometimes that's not always the case. Like that's not
yeah
it doesn't mean you can't benefit from it, maybe.
yeah. Like
But
what
I don't
kind
know
though?
if that's
Like what
actually true.
like
I don't
what
know.
kind of hormone therapy? Yeah, I don't know either.
Well, I
Luckily, the
finally
doctor I go to is very open to that. Like they
that's
do
good.
the pellets. They do like
Okay.
the vag cream, do all this stuff for like hormone stuff. So
Yeah.
luckily, if I want to go that route, the doctor I go to is very open to that. But like, I know I've
Yeah.
talked about to you at our friend group anyway about like wanting to discuss this on the pod, but I haven't yet. Like, I
Uh-huh.
really like my mental, my perception, the way I feel about GLP ones. Like,
Yeah.
um, so like I'm in the camp of I've been horrible and I talk badly about them and I feel like they're the easy way out. And I don't know, I've been like really shitty
Critical.
about them. I've been critical.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just because I'm like, I try so hard to work out. I try so hard to do all these diets
Yeah.
that like when I see someone losing weight and looking amazing, I shouldn't be mad about it that's the route they went. Right. So like, I've always been like,
Yeah.
I'm never going to do it. I'm never going to do it. I'm never going to do it. And more and more lately, I'm like, okay, let me like really talk to my doctor about it. Like talk
Mhm.
about, because like my
The
dad's on
risk
it for
and
diabetes, my husband's on it for diabetes, and I have friends who use anyway. So I'm just like, let me, because so like my best friend Andrea, she's a pharmaceutical rep, so like she gets real
mm,
into like all the studies, all the like
yeah, research
details,
and
and she's like, look, like she's like, I'm not trying to push you one way or the other, but like there are a lot of there are studies now showing decreases in your dementia risk for people who use GLP-1s.
mm,
That's a huge like my this it runs in my family. Like it is I am a very high risk to have either early onset dementia or early onset Alzheimer's. Like, and
yeah.
it's something that like really stresses me out. And I really like,
Yeah.
I'm reading a book right now. I'm listening to a book about like preventing dementia. But I'm very bored listening to it. But anyway, so like that. And then I have psoriasis, which is an autoimmune disease. And so she is pharmaceutical sales in dermatology. And she's like, we're seeing far less instances of psoriasis because of the decreased inflammation of people who use
Mm,
GLP-1s. And like
mhm.
inflammation's what causes all this.
That's
So I've been
interesting.
like thinking about it more and more. Like, yes, it'd be nice to lose weight, but also to like have more benefits, but also I'm terrified
Right.
of side effects.
Because
Um,
you've also told me that the people you do know who take it have had some really
so my
nasty side
husband had
effects.
some awful side effects when he was on Ozempic. He had some
Uh,
awful, like he was in the hospital. They didn't know what was going on. Like 'cause this was
oh my
before the
gosh.
craze of it. And he was like his pancreas was shutting down. Like no
Oh
one
my
knew what was
god.
causing it. And then they finally figured out it was the Ozempic he was on. So they pulled him off. He got better. So now he has a very weird type of diabetes, but now he's on Monjaro and no side effects. He's perfectly fine, except like
Oh,
when he increased his dose, he had a night of tummy troubles. But
okay.
um
So
so
it's
like
just like the finding the right drug, the right
yeah, and
medicine.
not everyone has reactions, and some people do, some people don't. And so
Yeah.
like so part of me's been like curious about like because there's like Row and Hers and all these like
Mhm.
apps that
Online
that you can
providers.
get it. You don't have to have
Yeah,
but but if you do those, it's like, well, I don't want to have to pay $300 a
I
month
know.
or whatever it is and then rely on it for the rest of my life, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I have
Also,
to
like
like
my understanding is it's pretty hard to get insurance to cover it, right?
Yes,
Like you
so I'm
have to
I'm going through
be
it right now. So I went to my doctor and I was like, tell me the good and the bad. Like she was like, we've seen a ton of success on it. Like we really have. Like I she's like, if you want to go this route, I'm on board. I think it'll be great. So she was like, we can try to get it covered. She's like,
Mhm.
we have never had good luck getting it covered. So like
Really?
at their office, they do provide, it's like $365 a month to get it through them without insurance. And I'm like, I
Ugh,
don't want to do that.
that's so
So
rough.
I was like, well, let's try. Let's just see what my
Yeah.
insurance says.
Yeah.
So they sent it in. It took like a week to even hear back anything. And then it was like needed prior authorization. So my doctor had to provide more information. So then they did.
Okay.
And then finally, just the other day, I got the thing that said it was denied. And I
Ugh.
was like, okay, I assumed it would be. But then
Yeah.
I like logged in to see why it was denied. And it said that they just didn't provide like a certain report they needed. So then I called my doctor
Okay.
yesterday to be like, you just need to provide this report. So
Yeah.
then she faxed that. So I'm sitting in the waiting phase because part of me is like, all right, if it's covered, if I
Try
can
it.
test this, see if it gives
Yeah.
me weird side effects or not, and see how I feel about it,
Totally.
then let's try it. It can't hurt, right, to try it.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I'd be such a hypocrite because I have talked so poorly about it in the past.
I
But like,
mean, who
I mean, I
cares?
also used to think weed was bad. Okay, so like
You
we're coming
changed your
around.
mind. That's not
Yeah, yeah,
necessarily being a
exactly,
hypocrite. That's just
exactly.
changing your mind. Like you're
But
allowed.
also like so I know that one of the benefits of it is like it'll cut back on food noise, and that is something I
Mhm.
like.
What's food
I think
noise?
I've like during one meal you're thinking about the next meal. Like no matter
Oh
what you're
yeah.
doing, you're thinking about
Food.
food always. And like
Yeah.
I have noticed, especially with movie theater popcorn. Okay, I think
Oh
I've talked
God.
about this before. Maybe this is just a universal thing and not like a food noise thing. But like
Like the limit does not exist.
if I don't get the popcorn, if I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be good and not get the popcorn, I will think about the popcorn for the entire
The whole
movie,
movie.
and I'll be like, maybe if I just go get one now, like if maybe like maybe I'll just get one at the end. Like I will not enjoy the movie because I'm thinking
Wow.
about this fucking popcorn, and then that was so weird. Oh, weird! I saw my dog's shadow through. I'm in the basement, so it's weird to ever
Oh,
see a shadow. Anyway, um,
weird.
so, or if I do get the popcorn, I'm thinking like,
Mhm.
all right, just like try to not eat the whole bag before it starts.
Yeah.
So I'll try that, but then I'm thinking, so then I'll put it aside. Well, then I'm thinking about it until I pick it up again. Like I have this
Oh
like
no.
obsession with the movie theater
Weird.
popcorn that makes me not enjoy the movie.
That's
But then it gets to
wild.
where I'll eat the whole bag of delicious butter popcorn and
Mhm.
have a stomach ache the rest of the day. So it's like either the movie's ruined or the rest of the day is
Lose
ruined.
lose.
Like
Yeah.
uh, I'm like, if I
Is it
could sit
only
through a
with that? Is
movie,
there any other food
so
that
that
like
is the most, but also I've realized like, so growing up, like if we ever, I didn't know people ever had like brownie leftovers. That wasn't a thing. Like my mom would make brownies and we would eat all the
oh.
brownies that
Yeah.
day. Like there was
Yeah.
never a leftover. Same with like cake, cookies,
But
whatever.
there's
They have
also
to be
a lot of you.
gone.
It wasn't like there was
I
2
know there were,
people eating
yeah, I
all
had
the
a family of
brownies.
six, but like the idea of leaving some in the pan was just never. So like if we have a
Foreign.
sweet here that I want, I'm like, my brain, and this might kind of be binge eating. Sometimes I think about like maybe I do
Mhm.
have a little bit of binge eating where my brain thinks if I just eat all this now, I don't have to worry about, I don't have to think about it tomorrow because it won't be here, right? Like
Mm.
that's a really
Mhm.
weird way to think about food. So like
Yeah.
I'll sometimes if it's like and it's
Interesting.
usually for me it's like a sweet, so it's like a cookie or something. So I'm like if I just
Yeah.
like even if I'm like I have a stomach ache and I don't need it anymore, I'm just gonna finish those last two so that we aren't here tomorrow. So like
Because you think ruminate so much about it, because you
yeah, because
think
I'm like,
so much
if
about
I
if you're
know
gonna
it's
eat it, if you're
there,
not gonna eat it.
right. Yeah. And if I know it's sitting
Interesting.
there, it will like drive me nuts until
It'll drive
it's
you crazy.
gone. And so I know that's part of my problem. And
Wow.
then, so like, that's why when I was keto, that diet works so well for me because it's so
Mhm.
restricting. So like,
Yeah.
you can binge bacon if you want to, but that's not what I crave, right? Like, I'm a sweets
Yeah.
person.
You crave like
So
carbs and sugar and
yeah,
yeah.
carbs and sugar. So getting off the keto diet and owning a cake business is terrible for me
Yeah.
because like
Yeah.
the amount of buttercream and cake scraps that I'm just
Mhm.
shoving in my face because it's there is
Yeah.
awful. So anyway, that's where I'm at in this journey is that I'm
That's so
considering it.
interesting.
But I also don't want to lose my love for food and meals because I do
I'm
love
sure.
like, a good like
Yeah.
when my family gets together and cooks a big Cuban meal, I don't want to like not
Do
want
you think you
that.
would?
I have no idea. So that's why I
Have you
think
heard
if it's
that and other
covered,
people have had that problem? Oh,
well, yeah,
jeez.
like they just like nothing sounds good ever. Like that's just
Really? Just
yeah,
don't
some
wanna
people
eat.
on it, it's like an appetite suppressant where you're just like, I don't want
I don't
that. I don't
care.
need it. So
Wow.
that's and I don't want to lose that because I love going out to eat. Like I do love trying
Yeah.
new foods and enjoying a meal. I don't
But
want to
maybe
not
you
enjoy a
won't.
meal.
Maybe you'll still, you know what I mean? Maybe it won't be so extreme for
Yeah.
you. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, then my dad explains this. He's like, no, I can still enjoy a meal, but I only need half of it now. Like,
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. It's good. I don't need the
Right.
rest. And I'm like, oh, I would never know to do that, to like not
Yeah.
finish the plate.
That's so
So,
interesting.
I don't know.
I think you should try it, especially if it's covered.
If it's covered, I say let's just try it. Let's see what happens. If
Yeah.
it's not covered, I don't know what I do next because
Yeah.
I just can't. I don't want to justify. Okay, but at the same time, if someone said this is a shot that will prevent dementia for the rest of your life, I would pay
Yeah.
$600 a month for that. I don't care.
Right.
I'd pay $1,000 a month for that.
Right.
So it's kind of like, do I kind of change my thinking around like it's not
Recalibrating like the
right? It's
value
not
of
just
spending
for
it.
weight loss, and
Right.
also I love being curvy, and I do like my big butt and my
Yeah.
boobs and my thighs. I don't want to become,
Yeah.
I don't want to lose that. So it's
Right.
also like, is there a way to, I don't know,
To find a balance. Yeah.
to do it all, to have it
Do it
all?
all. Have it
Yeah,
all. Man, I
man.
know what you mean. I think that's exciting. I think you should try it. I'm just pro like any tool or support that helps you. And I just feel like, but too, it causes you so much stress, like the way you feel. And
Yeah,
I know like it's not just like your weight, but it's also like how you feel. You've been telling us
right,
too about like gastro issues and like
right,
just
right.
feeling. So
Yeah,
if you feel better too, like
yeah,
what's that worth? A million, like a lot of money.
exactly.
Like
I
I don't
know.
know. I kind of get it. And well, I'm excited to hear if
I know.
you get covered for it
I
and
know. It'll be a
try it.
journey.
That's
But I've
kind of
also like
how.
a lot of people use it like they lose hair. Like you have a rapid weight
Oh,
loss, no matter
really?
what kind of diet you do, rapid weight loss makes your hair fall out. And
Mm.
just like in the past 6 months, I've been like, am I balding? Like, do I
I'm
see more of
thinning.
my scalp? And I've
I'm
noticed like more hair coming out in the brush and in the shower.
same,
Freaks
same.
me out. So like I got on hers and I have a prescription now for like they have like these hair gummies.
Oh,
It's like minoxidil and
okay.
it's probably what's in Rogaine, but just like anyway.
Yeah.
So I've been doing not sleep gummies, the
Hair
hair
gummies.
gummies for maybe a month now. They're
Okay.
delicious,
Do you
and
notice a
it says it
difference?
takes 3 to 6 months to
Yeah.
see a difference, but I
Okay.
actually have noticed a difference. Like
Really?
it's much less. But then I was also like, but I was wearing my hair curly, remember? And I was like,
Uh-huh.
was that just like ripping so much of my hair out when I would
Okay.
finally brush
Yeah,
and
so I
wash?
so I lose a lot of hair too, but for a long time it was because it was curly. I read that the reason is so when it's
It
curly, you're
stays
not
in
brushing
there,
it. Yeah,
right?
because you're not
Yeah.
brushing it. So it's not like
So
when
it's
you
the
have straight
same
hair, you brush
amount.
it. You're not brushing while it's curly,
Hmm.
and you don't wash it as often. I don't know about you, but
Yeah.
I don't wash it
Yeah.
as often. So you're washing less, you're brushing less. So that's why you're losing more when you
Yeah.
wash.
Yeah.
But even so, I still feel like what I lose in the shower is
I know.
growing,
I'm
and I
like, this
feel
is a
like
lot.
also, when I just, like, hold my hair I
Yeah.
used to
Okay.
not
That's
be
what
able to
I hate
wrap my
doing.
hand around
Same.
all my hair, and
Like the other
now
day
it's, like, tiny.
we went to this 90s
Yes.
party and I put my hair up in these two like
I
the
know.
pigtails with just the bangs down, like this.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, the pigtail was like this tiny I was like, what is this? Like I
What
used my
is
daughter's
that?
tiny little thing. And I was
Right?
like, this has never I used to have like big thick hair
Oh,
and now I'm
yeah,
kind of
same.
freaking out.
I
So I'm
know.
afraid if I get a GLP-1 and then lose all this hair, we can just start a wig business.
Well, just a wig business.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how I feel about hormone therapy, like, or at
Oh,
least
really?
like I'm curious about it. I kind of want to try, and I've heard
Hmm.
a lot of doctors say kind of just like we treat symptoms. Like if you're having the
Yeah.
symptom, just like try it, and like
Right.
it can make it feel, make it better.
Yeah.
And so I did finally make an appointment also to see a naturopathic doctor here who like specializes in hormones. It's not until next
Okay.
month. It's like a
Yeah.
month from now.
That's exciting.
So maybe I'll tell you what I learned from that too. And I also have a few
Yeah.
friends who are similar age who have started hormone therapy and have had
Okay.
like great results.
Yeah.
So,
I
I
know. I
mean, we'll
think
see.
my one of my good friends here just started it, and well, actually, I know 3 people now that are doing the pellets and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
Um, so I don't know. It's something, but that's where
It's
we are
something.
health wise.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure
This is
out.
going to become a health podcast
I know,
about
right? It's just a health,
perimenopause and
exactly, about
weight
lack of
loss.
sleep, weight loss. Because at the beginning of this podcast, we specifically were like, let's not make this about diet culture. Let's not,
I know.
we don't want our challenges to be like, let's cut out carbs for a month. We
Yeah.
just were really, but I think this is more of like a perimenopause and just life at
Yeah.
40 and just like cultural also, like to talk about this kind of stuff.
Yes.
So
And it's
I
such a
say we
big
don't
part
avoid it, but
of this current age. Like, I think I've told you this joke, but Zach and I always joke that it's like we're like rookie old people because like
Yeah.
every new symptom, we're like, oh my God, do I have
Yeah.
cancer? Am I
I
dying?
know, right?
Do I have a rare disease? It's like, oh no,
Yeah.
you're just
No,
old. You're just new at being
starting to
old.
break. Yep. Oh, it's so
So we're
sad.
just rookie old people, you know? We're figuring
Yes.
it out with you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, should
Ugh.
we talk about
I
our
know
current
it's like
binges
I know that we have
since we have a
talked
little bit
far
of
too
time
long, but I think we have a little time. Where are we at?
for
Like,
something a little more fun?
yeah, a little more uplifting.
So, I decided to binge. Well, I didn't decide to binge it, but I decided to try watching Love is Blind because you were always talking about it, and I got on the
Yes.
bandwagon way too late.
And it turns
But
into a binge. You
oh my
can't
God, I
not.
couldn't stop watching it.
It's a
I was like, I
binge.
have to know what happened with these,
It's
what happens
so
with these people.
good.
And I had seen Love is Blind before, so I wasn't
Yeah.
like the show wasn't a new concept to me. But this season, season 9, I don't know what about
The
it, but I just
messy
got
season.
hooked. And I was like, oh man, I have to know what happens with whoever. And
Yeah.
so it's just such a trap because you have to keep watching.
Yeah. You have
And
to.
yeah, I got really into it. I really liked Megan. Kind of from the start, I
Sparkle Megan,
liked
yeah.
her. I hated
I
the
couldn't
Sparkle
stand
Megan
that she kept
thing.
saying, "I'm a Sparkle
No.
Megan."
Yes,
And like
it
the
was
very first
terrible.
line she said in the show was like, basically like she was hinted that she was very rich and needed and
Yes.
like didn't need a man to like provide. But the way she said it, I was
Right.
like, oh, that was kind of, I don't know. I didn't
Yeah.
like. She rubbed me the wrong way at the very beginning.
Yeah.
But then I loved her.
But then
I
she
loved
grew on
her.
me. Yeah, I
Yeah.
liked her a lot. And I really liked Calibria.
Yeah.
She was great. And I just was like, oh man. I'm trying to think of we've been through so
But
much
isn't it just
together.
so-
Love is
I know,
Blind. I'm
right?
trying to remember the
But it's
beginning.
just like the pods and then after the pods are so
God.
vastly different. Like they're
so different.
The experience in the pods, you're like,
Yes.
I couldn't see how they could ever not get along. Like I don't see how they would ever fight. And they're
Right.
just
It
like,
almost
they
feels like
love
two
each
different
other.
shows too.
Yeah.
I think that's what's fun about it because
Yeah.
you watch the first half and it's like the pods and you're into
Yeah.
it and you want to see how it ends and you want to see
Yeah.
how the engagements end. And then real life is like a whole nother thing that you have to
Yes,
watch.
yes.
And it's so fascinating. And then also one thing I hate about the pods though is towards the end when they're like whittling down and they're all trying to decide, you can kind of tell that they're all just like
waiting
vying
for the
to win.
engagement. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's not really about finding a match. It's like everybody just
Right.
wants to be chosen. Everybody just
Yeah.
wants to like win. And like that whole weird Casey and Patrick thing
Yeah.
was just like so
Ooh.
cringy.
Casey was just cringy. Oh my God.
gosh, so
God.
bad. And just like anyway, all of it. And Annie was a train wreck
Yeah,
the
oh my
whole
God.
time. And she just gets worse. And
Yeah, worse and worse.
the Madison and Joe thing. Oh my God, that reveal was so cringe because
he was just like, whoa, wasn't expecting
just like,
that. Like, oh my God. I was like, Jesus, like she was a dinosaur or something. Like,
and
he
it was
couldn't-
like obvious to everybody, right? That he
Yes,
was
yes.
just like so
Not
not
into it.
feeling it. And then literally from then on, I was like, bro, you are not into this. Like
he's
he was
not into
faking
it. And
it.
he tried, I think he was
He
trying
tried.
to be into it and trying to not be an asshole,
I
but he was also
know.
just kind of immature.
Yes.
And just like, I don't
couldn't
know.
do
I was
it.
like, you know what, good. I was like, good for him for like deciding
Trying,
not
I
to go through
guess?
with it. Yeah, like
I
he
don't
tried
know.
and then he was
Oh.
like, I don't know. I think he finally was like, I can't lead you on anymore.
I'm
Like, I
so
gotta
glad that
pull
he
out.
finally broke it off. Well, you
Oh
could
my
tell from
God.
the beginning that he was
Yeah.
not into it and that he was faking it. In the beginning, okay, in the beginning, I was like, okay, you're trying. Good for you.
Yeah, good for
But
you.
then it was like, okay, bro, you tried. Like, you just need to get
You
out
just
of
need
this.
to pull, yeah.
And then I felt like,
Because
okay, now you're
the
being
more
a coward.
he pulled out, the more she clung on.
Clung
She was
on,
like, but I
so
love you.
strong.
It's like, oh my God. She scared the
Exactly.
shit out of me.
So then I was like, okay, bro, now you're just being a coward. Like now
Yeah.
you need to get out of this quick.
Yeah.
And he just wouldn't. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God. And then he finally did. And honestly, I was surprised he did it to her face. Like I thought he
Yeah.
was just gonna ghost.
Right.
And he did. And I was proud
he
of
did
him
it.
for that in
Yeah.
a weird way. I was like, good job,
Good
Joe.
job, Joe. Yeah, good work.
What an ass.
Oh man.
It was
Yeah,
such a
that
mess.
was
Okay.
such
But
a
it
good
also
season.
blew my mind that apparently they were having like great intimate moments.
Yeah.
They
Well,
both
'cause
talked
she's
about it.
probably a freak in bed. She was kind of a psycho. Like, I don't know.
I was like, how is that possible if he's like so not
Right.
attracted to her? He just would.
I don't
like,
think he was attracted to her personality. I think
maybe that was the
I
problem.
think maybe she talked a little less at bedtime. Like, I don't know. She seemed
It was a mess, a real
yeah.
mess.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
but
yeah,
what a
was
fun. It's just a fun show to
fascinating.
watch because you're
Oh
just
my
like
gosh.
in the pods. You're like, oh, this is like because like I was saying, that was the beginning of my relationship. All we could do was talk because we're long distance, and
Yes.
so like you just like I don't
So
know,
real for
but
you.
but then it is so separate. Like the real life experience when you're
Yes.
face to face, it does change, and it's not
Oh my
I don't know,
God.
you just like bond in different ways. But anyway, I love that
It's
show so much, and I'm so
fascinating.
glad you watched it
Yes,
and
and I
got to
love
like
how and got to, like, get into all the
yeah,
weeds
well,
of
and you were
it.
like, "Sorry, I'm texting you all my thoughts." I'm like, "No, I wanna, like I wish I was watching it with you so that
I
I
was
could."
texting Lauren, like, my live reactions, like,
Yeah.
real time. I was
You're
like,
like,
"Oh my
"What
God.
is
Oh my
wrong
God."
with this guy? What is wrong with Edmund?" I'm like, "Well, where do I
Oh,
start?"
that guy pisses me
Oh,
off so
yeah.
much. And then towards
Well,
the
same
end, I just
thing.
think it's hilarious because they're all, like, trying to outprove each other on, like,
Yeah.
how in it they are. It's just them shouting at each other that they love each
Yes.
other. Like, "I
Yeah.
know, but I love you.
But
No, I'm
I'm
in
like,
it. No,
Andy's
I'm
like,
in it.
"But I love you." He's like, "I just said I love you." Which is like, "But you
I
didn't
know,
say it
but"
the same." Like,
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
feel like you love me as much as I love you, and
I'm
I
like, "This is,
love
like,
you. He's like,
the
"I'm trying to eat my
weirdest.
taco. Like, leave me alone."
I just wanna eat and go
Ah,
to sleep."
yeah, that was
Anyway,
wild.
it's a blast and a half.
Yeah, and then you had recommended Chad
Chad
Powers,
Powers.
and I
Yes.
binged that. I watched that whole thing, like, in
Okay,
a
what'd
day,
you
I
think?
think, or in a day. I love it. It's great. I
Isn't it
struggle
cute?
with him being so ugly
I
in his
know.
disguise because he's so attractive in real life. Like,
Yeah, he really is.
and so I'm just like, ew, because like as the assistant coach chick is like,
Yeah.
I don't know, not falling for him,
Not
but
quite
like, I don't
falling
know.
for
I'm
him, but,
like,
like,
ew, I wouldn't,
he's growing on her,
which
but,
is
like, it's
just,
hard to believe.
yeah,
Yeah.
because he's not
He's
only
so uncute.
hideous, he's like saying dumb shit. So
He's
it's not, so I'm
weird.
like, what are you liking about
Yeah.
this? Yeah. Like
It's
he's
hard to
talking about
believe,
wolves
yeah.
and like a giant pee hole. And I was like, ew, this is like, it's
It was
so funny
hilarious,
though.
though.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's so
gosh.
funny.
I also
Um,
struggle with these concept shows where, like, they're in disguise because 'cause I'm like,
right.
"He's not."
I'm like,
I
he
can
still
tell that's
looks like,
him.
yeah, you
Like, he
obviously
look
know
like
that's him. Yeah.
everybody is supposed to believe that he's a
Right.
completely different person, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's
Yeah.
thin."
It wasn't,
But
yeah.
if you can
But it
suspend
was
belief enough for
cute.
that, it's a
Right.
great show, I
It's a
think.
very cute show. But I was like, why does he talk like Waterboy? Like, why is he
Yes.
so, I don't know, when
It's so
he's Chad
funny.
Powers, I'm like, ugh, I don't like
Yeah.
it. But
Okay, what did you think about the end?
hold on. Did I watch the most recent one?
Did you watch the end? The
Well, I watched
finale?
like when the,
And they have the discussion on the bus?
yes, yeah, okay, I did see the end. That was the
Okay,
finale?
remember?
I know it was
Yes.
finale. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I did see it.
That blew my mind because I feel like they were okay, he was, like, going on this last romantic gesture to, like, go to the game, and he was gonna
Yeah.
play,
Yeah.
and I thought they were lobbing it at like, setting us up for, like, this big romantic end, but
Mhm.
then instead, she, like, loses her which is actually much more believable, that she was
Yeah.
just like, "No, you're insane."
Yeah. She's like,
And
I'm
then,
gonna turn
like,
you in.
she hates him, and then they
Yeah.
go and that's the end, and I'm like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god." So I
Yeah.
feel like I'm hoping they're setting it up for a season 2. That's
So I
my
didn't know that was the
hope.
end. I think I thought there were still more. I was about to go watch it tomorrow, and it wasn't gonna be
Yeah, you
there.
were like, "I'm all caught up." I was like, "Yeah, it's the end. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
end."
it's the end. Yeah, you made it to the end.
Good
That's
job.
funny. Yeah,
Anyway, so I'm hoping for a season 2 of Chad Powers.
yeah,
But
I did enjoy it. It was very
it,
good.
it's giving it was like wholesome vibes, kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah,
It was
cute
cute.
sports vibes with not too much sports, but
Yeah, good
yeah,
amount.
I did enjoy.
Okay.
A good deal. Well, I think we have
Well,
talked everyone's ear off about everything, but that is
about
the theme of
everything.
this podcast moving forward.
Yes, welcome
Uh,
back. Please
yes,
tell us what you hate listening to us talk
yes,
about, what you love listening to us talk about,
yes,
any and everything in between. Please let us know
yeah,
because we love to
please,
hear from you. And
yes,
yeah, we want to kind of shift the focus as we continue this exploration. And yeah, we want to hear
yeah.
from you what you want us to talk about.
Yes. So hit us up on social at Are
Yes.
We Doing This Pod? TikTok, Instagram, and we have a Facebook page, but probably just talk to us on
Yeah.
Instagram
Yeah.
if we're being really honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And you can also always email us at arewedoingthispod@gmail.com if you are into
Yes.
that kind of thing.
Yes, please.
And we'll probably be back in another 2 weeks, yeah?
Yep. Sounds good.
Yay.
All right. Well, until next
Until
time.
next time. Bye.
Bye.